Hey everyone, if you're here, that's because you are smart enough to know what a treasure The Last of Us Part 2 is, and are looking for some confirmation for your opinion. If that's not you, and you stumbled across this video by mistake, you're in luck. In the description down below, you'll be able to find a review that's right up your alley. For everyone else, please enjoy my completely, truly, fully honest review of The Last of Us Part 2. No spoilers.
I'm gonna find... and I'm gonna kill every last one of them.
Over the years, as an art form develops, they tend to reach crescendos. Pieces of art that rise to what was once thought to be the summit of what could be achieved, only for it to be revealed that there are still new heights to ascend to. These masterworks are then used as roadmaps by those who follow to chart forward and climb higher upon the backs of those that blaze the trail. The original The Last of Us, developer Naughty Dog's tour de force, was one such creation in terms of presentation and storytelling in video games. And 7 years later, the question the world is asking is, can its sequel live up to the legacy? The answer? The Last of Us Part 2 is not only the best video game ever created, but it might just be the single most important work of mankind's entire existence. The story for this game is nothing short of a masterpiece, as it follows Ellie, now 19, on a brutal quest in search of vengeance. What about? You'll have to play the game. To have this game spoiled for you would truly be a crime. Luckily, I can't imagine a single person that would do such a thing, especially on the internet. We play as Ellie as she journeys to the northwestern United States and comes into contact with not only the infected that ravaged the world and sent it into a spiral of destruction, but also fellow survivors that may be even more dangerous. Luckily, Ellie hasn't spent the last 5 years just plucking at guitar strings and kissing girls. Ellie is a one-woman army that Papa Joel would be proud to watch in action, and playing as her is a transcendent experience. In addition to all of the amazing stuff you could do in the first game, such as shooting, punching, and choking folks out, you're given far more tools to handle the threats in front of you. Melee combat in The Last of Us Part 2 is a much more visceral and engaging affair than its predecessor, where dodges and proper timing are far more essential to success than mashing the square button as fast as you can. You feel every blow, and not even fighting games can match the pure intensity and strategy each encounter provides. When not getting up close in an enemy's face, Ellie can craft a wide variety of new tools to either quietly deal with her foes or blow them to kingdom come, all of which are incredibly satisfying to use. Her verticality is also drastically improved, both in terms of her being able to lie prone and hide in grass, and also being able to jump. Jumping completely transforms how you approach combat in The Last of Us Part 2, and is easily the best jumping in any video game ever. Move aside, Mario. The music, once again composed by Gustavo Santaolalla, is transcendent. He takes everything that works about the first game and cranks it up to 13. It runs the gamut from beautiful to horrifying to unsettling, always helping immerse you in whatever is happening around you. The game also knows best when to take it away, leaving you feeling alone and vulnerable in its quietest moments when the game gets its darkest. And trust me when I say that this game gets dark. The Last of Us Part 2 is one of the most emotionally draining experiences I've ever been through, taking you on an emotional roller coaster that always surprises you with how deep it can plunge. It's no exaggeration to say that this is the most violent game I've ever played. While you may see more gory and ridiculously bloody things in other games, none of them feel as real and as true as they do here. This is a game that pulls no punches, and uses that to help bring you in deeper into the story it is trying to tell. You will experience things that horrify you, but it's important you know that it does this for a reason. The point that this game drives home, with its themes and characters, is an important lesson to be reminded of, especially in the trying times that we are living through now. The story brought me to tears multiple times throughout the 30-hour runtime, and I did actually feel a more complete person by the time the credits were rolling. While The Last of Us Part 2 may not have been for me what many would call a fun experience, it was a transformative one. By taking the dive headfirst into what Neil Druckmann and his team have released, you'll find yourself on a once-in-a-lifetime journey that, just like its predecessor, will teach you things about yourself and remind you just what it means to be human, both good and bad, in trying and impossible times. Which is why, fuck the old review scale, rating this game like that would be pointless. This is a new benchmark, and from here on out, all games will be rated on a plus or minus The Last of Us Part 2 scale, on which, obviously, this game gets an absolutely glowing rating of The Last of Us Part 2. All of which is what I'm pretty sure I'll be saying when I can finally play the game on the 19th when it's released. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching this stupid video. Hopefully you caught on pretty quickly that this was a bunch of bullshit, but I'm expecting a lot of dislikes anyway. If you did enjoy this, be sure to like the video, maybe give us a nice subscribe. As you can see, we're pretty small, which honestly should have been your first hint that I did not have access to this game. Also, if you're interested, the sister video to this is still linked down in the description and is coming up in the end card. I just thought I'd do something fun to pass the time during my wait. Also, if you're interested, we'll be posting up our marathon playthrough of the original game all next week in lead up to the release. If you want a reminder to check back in when that goes live, after subscribing, just make sure to ring the bell. I'm playing through with two people that haven't ever beaten it before, and so there are some fun reactions. Be safe, everyone.